Within the first year, we were way beyond them in terms, we have more liquid gold under our feet, just think of it, than any other nation. And we don't want to use it. They want to go all electric cars. Isn't that a great idea? They don't go far. They don't go far. I had gas, think of the gasoline, gas prices, and we had some times where it was below this number, $1.87 per gallon. Think of that. Doesn't that sound good? You could buy those big, beautiful trucks. Now you say, let's get a little one. Thanks to Bidenomics, the 30-year mortgage rate has hit a 22-year high, the highest in over 22 years. Average mortgage payments now a brutal $3,322 a month. When I was president, the average monthly mortgage payment was $1,700 a month, nearly 50% less than what you're doing right now. You had a savings with me of $19,000 a year. That's a lot. And this is an affordability crisis. Remember, under crooked Joe Biden, credit card debt is the highest in history. Never been higher. That's a tragic number. Over $1 trillion for the first time ever. It's never been even close to that. 62% of Americans now report living paycheck to paycheck. Under President Trump, Americans liberated themselves from debt by paying off roughly $150 billion from their credit cards, the only major decline in decades, the first time in decades that it was happening. And while Crooked Joe likes to brag about the stock market, the truth is his record is horrendous when you correct for inflation, which is an amazing number after adjusting for all that has taken place over the last couple of years. But think of it, with all of the inflation and everything else, the stock market is up just 8% total for the entire period. By contrast, under my leadership, the stock market was up by an astounding 62%, with inflation almost at zero, 62%. In short, crooked Joe Biden did our economy exactly what he did to our border. He's done it to our economy and our border. Have you ever seen anything? Look, forget about speeches. Have you ever seen anything where millions of people are allowed to pour in? Millions and millions? He inherited an amazing success from me. He wrecked it almost immediately, turned it into something resembling much worse, actually, not resembling, much worse than a third world nation, a banana republic. There's never been a border in the history of the world that's looked anything like this tragedy. It's a tragedy. And he can shut it down. All he has to do is say, close the border. We got to get our country straightened out. And he doesn't. He wants to have some phony legislation passed, which actually makes it worse. But with your vote, we're going to save our economy and we're going to bring our country back from hell. That's where it's been. That's where it's been. The next Trump economic boom will begin on November 5th, 2024, right? Upon taking office, I will end Joe Biden's war on American energy, cancel his ban on exporting American natural gas, beautiful, clean natural gas, and we will drill, baby, drill. Bring it way down. I will revoke China's most favored nation's trade status, and we will impose stiff penalties on China and other trade abusers. They're abusers. Don't forget, I took in hundreds of billions of dollars from China. No president's ever done anything like it. Under my policies, no company will ever want to even think about firing their U.S. workers and outsourcing your jobs to foreign countries, like is happening now at record levels, and we stopped it. Because if they do, those countries are going to pay a very steep price, and that's why they didn't do it. They didn't play games with us. We will once again live by the maxim of the Trump administration: buy American, hire American, buy and hire American. To protect South Carolina workers, I will also pass the Trump Reciprocal Trade Act. You know what reciprocal trade is? When they screw us, we screw them. It's very simple. If China or any other country makes us pay a 100 or 2%, think of this, it happens all the time. We did a lot. We We did very nicely with China. They aren't doing well right now because of the tariffs and taxes I put on. If China or any country puts on a 100 or 200% tariff, we will make them pay a reciprocal tariff of 100 or 200% right back. If they charge us, we charge them. And as tariffs on foreign countries go up, taxes on American workers and families will come down very dramatically. We'll take in a fortune. You know, it's an amazing thing that hasn't been done.